All right. So we're gonna get into it and talk about this topic of the day. Paul Pierce, if you guys haven't seen it, he has been making his rounds, discussing, basically a lot of things, but one of the things I wanted to discuss was, can a woman be your peace? And so I'd like, Green, you could start this off because I can't speak, you know, from his perspective. So from a male's
Hold
perspective.
on, I thought you were gonna. Did you have a clip or something? What I mean, the context he said, and then well, how did he say this? Can a woman be
I
your
don't really
peace?
have.
How exactly? Well, how exactly did he say it?
I
So,
don't have
because I
access
haven't
to
seen the
that.
interview, is what I'm saying.
I don't have. Give me
It
a second.
depends on the context. Now, can a woman be your peace? I would say yes. I would also say no.
He said no
So,
because that woman always gonna irritate him.
is
Basically, whatever mood she in or whatever was going on, it's gonna mess up his mood.
I go for that. I would go for that. That's why I was
So,
trying to understand the context and the way you said it. Cause, yeah, hell yeah. Woman, goddamn sure could be a mood killer with her mood.
but
It
it's
might could be
that's
sometimes that she's not feeling her day. She might not be feeling, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. She might be tired. Hell, she might period might be getting ready to come on. Anything.
but I just think that's just normal relationship shit.
Yeah, but niggas ain't trying to deal with all that dumbass
Yeah,
shit. We
bitches, we
just
ain't
don't
trying to
tell
deal with that shit
y'all we
neither.
ain't here. Shit me. Shit me,
Hey, we want to
cause
deal with
shit your
y'all mood.
homegirl will set y'all off, huh?
You said we think we want to deal with y'all moods.
Our moods?
Yeah, y'all don't bring peace
You
neither.
think we got moods more than women? You think our moods are
Yeah,
more than women? I'm
yes,
asking. You
yes,
think we have more different? You think we have a differentiation of moves that's abundantly more than women? Are you
yes,
serious? You got
absolutely,
to be kidding me.
absolutely.
You
I think
unequivocally got to be kidding me.
that you know, see, with men, and I think it comes down to compatibility and understanding. I think.
That
Um,
ain't got a damn thing to do with it.
how so?
If you really must know, because with a man, we simple beings. With a woman, y'all, it's all kind of shit going on with y'all. For real,
So,
you know it and I know it. So I mean, just really, just think, stop playing. I
so
mean, come on.
from a woman's perspective, I would say that yes, we have probably a lot more, I think, going
Yeah,
on because
yeah.
in our day-to-day life,
Emotionally, a
can I
lot
finish?
more.
Uh,
Yes,
in,
you can say
in a woman's day-to-day life, right? We dealing with, especially if she's a working woman, right? So she's dealing with
that.
household things, things that are going on in the house. She might be dealing with
Mm-hmm.
the kids a little bit more than the man is if they have children. She's dealing with all of the household things, like I said, with cleaning up, with cooking, with doctor's appointments, with all types of household shit, right? And then if she's
So how can
working,
you go
and
ahead? So how can
if
you
she's
bring peace
oh, what can
after
I
all of
finish?
that shit?
So if she's working, she also has, things going on at work or whatever. So that all,
Another
that all has to, come into
be
play
factored in, yeah.
to her, moods and what's going on with her internally, right? Because
Right.
if she, especially if she's not getting any help with that, any support with that, then a lot of that, is going to weigh on her, and it's going to more than likely cause her to have some mood issues. She gonna be annoyed because she gonna be
Okay,
dealing with a lot
now
of
it's
things.
two sides to the same coin, though. May I speak for the men just like you just
Sure,
spoke for the women?
that's what I actually do in the beginning. But go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna let me speak. Let me speak. May I speak? Like you said, you supposed to say yes, sir.
Shit. Go ahead.
Anyway, okay, we understand that, you know what I'm saying, all the things that a woman deals with. But a woman never will understand all the things that a man deals with, even if it's just simplistic shit, like
How
going to
so?
work. Let me finish. I'm gonna elaborate. Like going to work, understanding that we have to pay the majority of the bills if we together. It depends on the situation, but 9 times out of 10, the man got to always do more. We have to always do more off the dribble before we even get the cookie. We got to do more off the dribble. Just in dating, we got to do more. A woman to say, well, look, I have to do my hair. You know what I'm saying? I have to do this. I have to get an outfit. Fuck all that. You ain't got to do none of that. You want to do that for you. We got to pay the bills. You coming out this bitch free of charge, and I'm picking your ass up, and ain't charging you no gas money. So don't try me, man. It's a
We
catch
talking about
twenty
like
two. If we
marriage. We ain't
damned if
talking
we
about
don't,
like
we
dating and
damned
all
if
of
we
that
do.
stuff. You talking
Yeah,
about
but what
marriage
I'm saying,
shit.
all
You
right, but
talking
listen to
about
what I'm saying.
dating. I gotta pick
We
you
talking
up.
about Paul Pierce is what we talking about. That's what we talking about. And you say, can a woman be a man's piece? Yeah, absolutely. But it depends on, you know what I'm saying, the
Like I
situation.
said, it
An
depends
ordinary
on the
woman can't be no
compatibility
piece.
and communication.
Even
I
I
mean,
don't think a woman
understanding. I'm
can be
sorry.
no peace. Period. I'm sorry, I really don't.
And I
If you
don't think a
if you gonna
man
really
can
evaluate
be
it,
peace.
a man ain't supposed to bring peace. Men don't bring peace.
What? What he's
He
supposed to
never brought
bring?
no fucking peace.
What he's
We
supposed to
never brought
bring?
no peace to no woman. What's
What
the
is
first thing? Hold on, it's an assortment of things that we bring.
so
But
okay? So what is a woman supposed to bring then? And she ain't gonna bring no peace.
if you really want to know, and I just keep it real, because you know I'm gonna keep it real, even on your show now, if I can say it,
Say it.
some ass.
So that's all a
Because
woman
all this
can
shit
bring.
is about. Look. It sound fucked up the way a man say that shit. But all bullshit aside, if you really think about it, a man only looking for, you know what I'm saying, a woman that can bring him. Put it like this: marries the woman that he don't want to fuck nobody else. That's why I'm marrying you, because I don't want you fucking nobody else. If you really think about it, and I should patent this shit, but that's the God's honest truth. Because we ain't looking for shit. We ain't looking for no money out your ass. We ain't gonna get it. We ain't looking for, you know what I'm saying, no sympathy. We ain't gonna get that shit either. You know what I'm saying?
So a
We
man is
basically
only
need, listen one more, let me finish. All we basically need is for you to be feminine, one, off the dribble, sexy, two, and just satisfy our needs. I bullshit tonight. It sounds fucked up, but I'm telling you the God's honest truth. Cause every woman gonna, you know what I'm saying, get with that nigga that every other woman want. That's the man y'all want. All women want, all black women, or either women want the Idris Elba type or the, you know what I'm saying, the Brad Pitt type, or they want a motherfucker that every other woman want.
mhm.
Men don't look at it like that. You see what I'm saying?
So you
So
saying
y'all gonna always have a problem with the motherfucker that y'all choosing, cause y'all choosing the motherfucker that every other bitch want.
okay.
You see what I'm
So
saying? Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, I see some women out here that be with men I wouldn't dare touch. So
Right.
I don't know about all that. I think it's
Well,
you
you like
know
Jay Z.
that's the you said what?
You like Jay Z,
Oh, I like
but
the Jay
you
Z back in the 90s. Don't
a
do
lot of women
that.
like Jay
Don't
Z
do
for
that.
money.
I said
A
for
lot
the
of women like
90s,
Jay Z for
okay? For the
money.
90s. I ain't say
Listen,
right
Jay
now,
Z.
okay?
You said the
So
'90s. He had
that's a
money in
big
the '90s.
difference. No, I
He
didn't say
had
he didn't have
money in
money,
the
but I
'90s.
didn't like him because of the money. I like him because of
But
his
listen, what I'm
swag,
saying,
okay?
Jay Z ain't the motherfucking type of dude that's, you know what I'm saying, up. You know what I'm saying, number one on the totem pole when it come to a motherfucker that ain't got no money.
Okay, well,
You
we were
understand what
talking
I'm
about.
saying?
Okay, we getting off topic. Let's get back to
Yeah. On
okay.
top of
What
my ass.
what else Paul Pierce said about is
A
marriage
woman can't bring
worth
him
it?
no peace. Okay. I'm
No,
sorry. Go ahead.
we're gonna tag on to the other thing he said was
All right.
is marriage worth it for a man? Right? He said that
Oh, okay.
marriage is for broke people and old people. What are your thoughts on that?
Whoa. Let's break this down because I wish I could hear how you said that because you say marriage is for broke people and
Yeah,
old people.
that's what he said. Yes. Let me see
I
if I
would
can
go for
find the
that.
clip.
I would go for
Okay.
that, and I would not go for that.
Okay.
Listen, I'm an older guy. I know you're supposed to get married in the eyes of God. It's supposed to be a ceremony. You understand what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be getting married in the eyes of God. That's what's supposed to be in the Bible if you're in tune to your Bibles. But we get married in the eyes of God. It's supposed to be a ceremony before God. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what marriage is about. He doesn't know what marriage is about. Paul Pierce ain't, you know what I'm saying, probably been in, you know what I'm saying, the church. You know what I'm talking about? He probably wasn't grandma raised and that. I don't know his story. But what I'm saying, what he's saying, he's talking about the modern woman. Marriage is not worth it for a man now. Absolutely not. I would never encourage my son, hell, to get married right now. Absolutely not. No.
And why is this?
Even if he ain't got shit.
You said what?
Even if he doesn't have shit. Even if he's poor or broke or whatever. What do you say? If you're broke or old.
Right.
Now I
So,
understand it. Now hold on, I
mhm,
get it. Now what I do get is if a motherfucker is old. If you old and you get married to a motherfucker, you just get married to that motherfucker to spend the rest of your life with. So, cause I'm already old, this bitch old. You know what I'm talking about? Let's just spend this shit together. Go in, you know what I'm saying? Take it on to the bus side. That's one thing.
mhm.
I can understand that. That's it should be understandable to everybody. But I'm talking about like how they used to do in the old days, come out of high school, get married, you know what I'm talking about? Because now it's come out of college and try to get
So,
married.
what do you think were the benefits back then, or the reasons why people got married?
The benefits back then was that we knew we needed one another.
Mhm.
Now we don't know that we need one another. Women
You
think all you need is yourselves because after the 60s, y'all got all the motherfucking provisions that the men was supposed to get. So y'all took that shit. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all like in as far as you, but I mean like women. They took those provisions and left the men.
Mhm.
Those things were supposed to be bestowed upon the man, but they were bestowed upon the woman because you had the feminism movement moving with the civil rights movement. So they gave all the shit that the black man was supposed to get to the black woman.
Mhm.
Understand what I'm saying? You can look it up. I mean, you may disagree, whatever, in it, but I'm telling you straight up like it is. But the black woman turned her back on her man. If you really just analyze this shit,
Mhm. So,
even though
about
nowadays black men are still, we all still y'all fucking only outlet. Tell you the truth.
what do you mean our only outlet?
What I mean, you know what I mean. Statistically speaking, we're you guys only outlet because we the ones still only loving you, whether
Oh,
we
hold on.
broke
Wait
or
a
got
minute.
money.
Hold on. Hold on.
It
Wait a
ain't like y'all got no fucking pick within the cultures or the races or the
Okay. So you
different
saying that
people
that
like that's
as
gonna
we
be
don't
with
have no
y'all.
other
Stop playing
choice,
with me.
but we don't have no other
I ain't
choice.
no. I ain't saying you don't have any other choices. Pussy always has a choice, but I'm talking about as far as what you want, like a marriage and family and respect, this, that, and the
Okay,
third.
so you saying
Black man
that
is the man
only the
that's for
black
you.
man is gonna marry us? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying only the black man will marry you. I'm
Okay.
saying only the black man is perfect for you. Just like
Okay.
and it's supposed to be vice versa.
Hmm.
Understand what I'm saying? But if you really just want to analyze it and you know what I'm saying, break down what I'm saying, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Cause who the fuck else marrying you in big numbers? White people
Yeah, I mean,
not,
well, black men ain't marrying
Spanish
us
people
either.
not. Oh, this is what I'm
So
saying. Black
I
man
don't
want about every other culture.
know.
So don't
Okay,
play with me on that.
I don't know
I'm
about
just
that,
saying for
but
real. I know
what
you
I'm
don't because you
saying
never
is,
studied it.
let
But
me
what
see.
I'm saying, listen to you, Miss Boone. All foolishness aside, you understand what I'm saying, man. Cause it's not beneficial. Put it like this: if you had a son, right?
I do have a
Would you
son.
tell you do have a son?
I
Okay.
do have a son.
So when it comes to these women, would you be apprehensive as a mother to what he's dealing with as a your son?
It depends. I think that there are some great women out there that would treat
Yes,
him
I
right.
agree. I
So
agree. I
I'm not
agree. I
saying
agree.
that um you
Black
know.
women is what I'm saying.
So I think and I think from a female perspective, right? I don't
Hmm.
know. I can only speak for myself, right?
Right, right. We
Um,
can all only speak for ourselves, but we talking about in generalities. We
and
just speaking in general.
and I think that it's it's like it's just sad, really, the state of especially the black community. I
Right,
think
because that's what I say too. That's both
it's
sides,
a
not only
great,
just women,
but I
men
think
too, though.
there's so many issues that cloud our
Yeah,
our progress, right?
absolutely.
And I think
You're right.
most
You're right.
of us are not willing, and this is even something that I am learning as I grow, and get older, is there's a lot of um delusion, and I think there's a lot of not
A lot of
accepting
delusion and what? Women,
uh
men, what are you saying?
both. I think that and I
Yeah,
think
I
that
agree.
and I think that there's just sort of this state of not accepting realities, right? And I
Okay.
would say that's more so probably on the woman's side. And what happens is I think that you have to understand the world as a whole, right? You have to
Right.
have a very broad perspective on life.
Indeed.
Okay, you can't be looking at life through the straw, right?
Right,
Um,
right.
you gotta have a very good understanding about yourself, A, and the world around you. And I don't think a lot of people have the understanding that they need
Right.
in order to operate. And I think a lot of that too comes from just the lack, like I said, of self awareness and honesty. Honesty.
Indeed. Indeed.
Not
Oh,
only
and with that
with,
being said,
with
though, can I ask you?
oneself.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
I was gonna say not
No,
honesty
please just
just with
finish.
oneself, but just being honest. First, you have to be honest with yourself, and I think,
Right, right.
especially for women, I think that's a hard pill to swallow. I thinking to myself the other day about why the truth hurts.
Yes, it
That
really does.
whole, and you say, well, why does the truth hurt? They say the truth hurts, but the truth will set you free, right? And I thought
Mhm.
about why does it hurt so much, but it hurts so much because you haven't accepted it. Because a lot of
Right.
us have not accepted the truth of the matter in a lot of in
I'm gonna hold you to what you're saying
a
right
lot of
now
areas
for a
in life.
latter conversation. And with what you're saying, you were gonna say something else about this Paul Pierce thing about white women. Can you elaborate on that real quick before we end this
Yeah, because
Paul
I don't
Pierce
know
segment?
exactly what he said, but basically
No, you
let me see
said
if I can
something
pull it
about
up.
white women are more peaceful or something.
No,
You
he's
just
not
said it.
more peaceful. That's not what he said. That's why I said let
Yeah,
me.
but that's what you just said
No,
a
I
little
didn't say
while
that they
ago.
were more peaceful. That is not what I said. Let me get the quote.
What did you say?
Let me get the quotes from him.
Yes, please get it.
Paul
'Cause I know
Pierce
it's something
says
like that.
NBA players date white women because they apologize more, show more appreciation, and don't mind being held accountable.
Doesn't that sound like more
So
peaceful?
that
That's why I got
in a
that out
whole,
of
but that's
that.
not what he said. I didn't want to quote what you said because that wasn't his
But
quote.
it sounds like they're most
But if
peaceful
yeah, if
than
you want
who?
to sum it up,
Than
you can
who?
say that that's peaceful.
Than who though?
He didn't say then who. And somebody made this comment. I saw it somewhere that basically said it was like a conversation with a black man that said, you know, why do you like white women, right? Or why do you
Mm.
choose to date women outside of a black, why
Right.
do you choose to date other women? He said because black women, don't throw us in the mix. Don't compare us. Just say why you like something, why you do or don't, but don't say because a black woman will what. Don't
Oh, whoa, whoa,
compare
whoa,
us
whoa.
in that sense,
Now let me
right?
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, because that's
Hmm.
kind of like, what I'm saying, a little bit of contradictory to say. But I'm gonna say that to say this. Cause that's why I asked you compared to what woman. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you think about when somebody say white, you automatically think about black, right?
Hmm.
When think about cat, you think about dog or mouse. You understand what I'm saying? Your mind
Okay.
automatically goes to a certain area. But when I'm talking about a white woman, you automatically think they're being compared to black women, right?
Hmm.
But Spanish women, Latin women are also difficult to deal with. Not as much so as black women. Now, don't get me wrong. All bullshit aside, the man ain't fucking lying. You know, personally, you understand me, what the man is saying about black women as compared to what white women. You know what he's saying.
And
Deep down inside, you may not want to accept it,
no,
but you know what he's trying to say.
listen, I agree. And I agree, and I would say that it's because, and this is just my opinion,
Hmm.
the white woman and the black woman have completely, more than likely, two separate upbringings. Okay.
Absolutely.
White women usually do not have the struggles as some black women growing up, right?
Okay.
White women have a completely different, to me, psychological, like it's different. They don't deal with the
Right.
same things that black women deal
Ooh,
with.
I gotta get into this. Yes, I'm glad you touched
Women,
on.
I feel like black women, because of some of the challenges we have faced, makes us just that little bit harder. Makes
What
us
type of
more,
challenges?
for
Because I
example,
keep hearing this black women got to deal with so many things.
well,
What are
I would
these
say this
challenges?
on average, right? On average, and this is
Uh
not,
huh.
you know, whatever. We can talk about the economic struggle, right? And then I'm not saying that white women
Well,
don't.
that has to do with black. They ain't got to do nothing with women.
Okay, okay.
That's got to
Black,
do with
but
culture.
well, I'm just talking about black women. We're not talking about black men right now.
But
I'm
what you
just saying.
said, financial, right?
Mhm.
Economic or whatever.
Well, you didn't let
But
me
the
finish
black.
what
Go ahead.
the result of having the economical whatever, right? I
Hmm.
won't even start off with that. We can start off with just simply, and you can say this is black men and black women, okay? We want to just chalk it up to that, but we're talking about specifically black women and the fact
That's
that
what we're talking
we
about, right?
are right. We are, as women supposed to be, soft and sweet and
It is.
okay. So basically, like I said, there's struggles. We could get into this another time. But the challenge is that, like, even just the way that we are perceived, right? As women, like I said, in general, we're meant to be soft, and that's the way we supposed to be, right? But
Supposed to be
there's always this
feminine.
there's always this thing with women, and even people. Somebody told me, "Oh, you black, you a black woman, you strong, right? Like we got to be strong." Like that's the whole
Hold on. Who told you
idea.
that a man or a woman?
A man
You said we got to be strong. So
as
that had to be
black.
a woman.
No, it was a man. No, he didn't say we. He said you a black woman, you strong, right? You
No,
can
you,
get through
well, I'm
this,
just saying. I
right?
took it off the we. That's what you said.
So,
We got to be strong.
well, that's why anyway. So what I'm saying is, it is basically we are
All
always
right, let me
having
break
things
this
of
down. Let
being
me
like
just hold on. Let me
strong,
just bring this
whereas
back
white
into straight
women,
up.
hold on, white
Oh,
women don't have to carry a lot of the weight that black women have to carry. And I can get in more into that
and
later.
you ain't
But
named none of that weight yet. I asked
I
you
just
specifically
told
what
you
you
the
talking
weight.
about.
First I said it's economic weight. You want to say, oh,
Like
that's black
what?
men and black. I just told you we poor, right? A lot of us grow up poor.
But the black
Okay.
man for too, baby.
But that's why you want to add the black man into it. We're not talking about the black man. We're just talking about the woman in general. And a man struggling is different than a
Okay,
woman
so she's
struggling, because a woman
economically
is
more
not supposed to
disadvantaged
struggle,
than a
right?
white
A
woman.
woman is not supposed to struggle. If you want to be in your feminine, you're not supposed to be, if you struggling, you in your masculine, right?
No,
You're
no,
not
no,
supposed
no,
to
no,
be in
no,
that
no,
energy.
no, 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 no. If you gonna be feminine, you're gonna be feminine regardless of anything.
No, that's
Whether
not
you
true.
struggling, whatever. A
You
feminine woman is a
cannot be in
feminine
your
woman.
feminine and struggle. You
Girl,
cannot be in
stop
your
playing with me.
feminine. No, no,
That's
no.
that. That's no, 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 no,
You
no. You can't tell me no, 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 no. This is where we disagree, and this is where we going to bump heads. A feminine, because I know women. I've been dealing with women all my fucking life.
So
Pro,
if a woman got to sit here and
homo,
figure out how to pay
ugly,
bills, if a
full
woman has
bro,
to figure out how to
ugly.
pay bills, how to protect
It
herself,
don't
how to do all that
matter.
stuff, you
It don't
telling me she
matter.
not gonna be in no masculine energy?
You did. That's right. That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Well, you
A
full of
feminine
shit.
woman can't be in
You
no
full of
masculine
shit because
energy.
you have to be in your
A
in order
feminine
for you to even
woman.
think that
Oh,
way, to be like, I
you're
have to
not
work,
listening
I have
then,
to pay
because you
bills.
don't
You're
want to
gonna be
hear
in
it.
your masculine. A feminine energy is an
I'm gonna
energy
let you
that
speak.
receives. That's the energy that receives. That's
I'm gonna
feminine
let you speak,
energy. Okay. If you have to sit here and give all that, that's not feminine energy.
baby. That
That's
only
not feminine.
sounds good to other women.
Whatever.
What
I'm
you're
done.
saying sounds good to other women.
Okay.
What
I'm
I'm
gonna let you
trying to
say your
tell
piece, and we're gonna
you
get up out of it.
is Well, look, I don't even really have to even finish it. But what I'm saying is, a feminine woman gonna be feminine at all times. That's her strength. That's a woman's strength. Period. That's what she was given as strength. A lot of women don't recognize it.
Because we
So you
can't
can act
sit
like you
in that
need to
shit.
be hard and you need to be the man because the
Because
man
you
ain't there. Get the
No, you
fuck
don't
out
have
of
to be the
here.
man, but when you doing certain tasks, it forces you to be in that energy. And that's what I
No,
don't think you
no.
understand. Yes, it
Okay,
does.
well, hey,
And
hey,
from a male's perspective, you would
listen to
not
what I'm
understand what
saying.
that feels like to feel like, okay, I have to protect my family because ain't no man around.
So just like the great said,
Right?
how can the CEO of Pepsi, which is a woman, go home and be a feminine woman to her man?
I don't know nothing about that. But what I'm saying is, as a
I
woman,
know you
if
don't.
I'm head of household and I have to protect the family I got here,
That's probably your choice to be head of household too as well. But what I'm saying is a
how is that a
feminine woman,
choice? If you what I'm gonna go out here and
because
say,
you
nigga,
probably
you
left the
finna come to my
man.
house and you finna
Did
be
you
the
leave the
man of this
man?
house? How you do that?
Did you leave your man?
How you do that? Did my man
Because
cheat?
you leave
Did
your
my
man.
man
I just said it.
abuse
I
me?
just said it.
Let's answer
I
these
just said it.
questions
You
first. Let's answer these
okay?
questions first, because y'all men talking about you women, you leave, but then you
Yeah, y'all
expect a
do. Because
woman
y'all
to
do the
stay
majority of
in an
them.
abusive situation. You
Y'all do.
expect a woman to stay
Oh,
in a
everybody don't
situation
want to
that's
always talk
detrimental
about the
to
abusive.
her mental
But
and her
everybody,
physical
hold
well
on.
being.
Everybody
But
said
that's
that about
okay. That's
abusive.
okay for a woman to stay in a situation that
We
is
can.
detrimental to
I'm
her
not gonna get in
life.
no argument with you,
No, because
Shawty.
that shit don't make sense. Like, make it make sense. Why would a woman stay in a
I'm trying
situation
to,
that's
but you won't let me
detrimental?
speak because you're in your
Okay,
feelings
so answer this question.
instead of being feminine. You being
Why would a
masculine.
woman stay in a situation that's detrimental to her health? Answer that.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yes, it is. Because you said,
You
why you
moving the
leave?
goalposts, boo.
No, I ain't moving shit. You
You
said, why do
moving the
women leave?
goalposts. We talking about white women and black women.
No, nigga,
I'm,
we didn't left that
that's because
subject
you
a
keep
while
moving the
ago.
goalposts.
No, we already left
I
that
had a point to
subject.
make, but you keep
Make
moving
your
the
point so we
goalposts
can. Okay,
further and
ain't
further,
nobody
trying to
moving
make your
shit.
point.
Ain't
Which
nobody
is what
moving shit.
a
We
masculine
was on a
woman do.
different. We didn't move to the whole different
No,
subject.
you
White
the
woman.
move because we
Okay,
got
no,
this is
you asked
recorded.
me why. What's the difference between a white woman and a black woman? I'm trying to
Oh,
tell you
you
the
asked
challenges that
me.
we face that they don't necessarily have to face,
Right. That's
and
okay.
why we
Right.
seem to be more
That was initially what
argumentative
I was
than they
saying.
are, and that's what led us to where we are. But go ahead and finish what
And
you're
that's
saying
what
so
makes
we
you
can
so
wrap it up.
more argumentative. Is because your economic, you know what I'm saying,
I didn't
aspect.
know you didn't let me continue to elaborate on
That's
the
because you keep
challenges.
moving the damn goalposts.
No,
We
nigga,
can't just
because we
get
running
stick
out
to
of
one.
time and I don't have time to tell you all the challenges that a black woman faces
I
that a
don't
white
want to hear
woman
all the
doesn't.
challenges. I just
So
want you
why
to
you
answer that
asked me?
one
You
question.
asked to understand the difference, but now you don't want to hear it. Okay.
Yo, all right, I'm done with it. This is gonna just keep going in circles, and I ain't even on this type of dumb shit. Cause you
No,
talking
now
dumb
we
shit, but
going
you
in
keep moving
circles.
the
Okay.
goalposts,
Ain't
mama.
nobody
When you
moving
go
shit.
back
That's
and
your
edit this and listen to it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna listen to
I'm
it.
asking you one
I'm
thing
gonna
because I
listen
was
to
trying to
it.
get to one thing, but you keep going on and
So what's
on
the one
about
thing you
this
want
and
to
that.
get to? What's the one thing you want to get to?
Oh my god, I don't even fucking remember now. It's like what the fuck? I'm serious. I mean, like
Anyway,
it's
I don't
like
know why you don't remember. We are talking
how can
about.
I when you keep moving the damn
I
goalposts, mama?
Didn't nobody. Where'd I move it to? Where'd I move it
You
from?
moved all the way to where we are now.
Which is
On the first yard line.
okay. Anyway,
When we
let's
started
go
out
ahead
on the
and
goddamn 50.
wrap this up. Okay. Basically, we were talking about the white woman being less argumentative than the black woman.
Okay,
Okay.
that's where we
And
started. Now let
okay.
me make my point real quick before we go. Shit. God damn. The reason I was asking you, you know what I'm saying, what's so different from the black woman and the white woman? Because I wanted you to understand the differences in to what the white woman had to deal with her man. That's what I was getting to.
Okay.
Now, when a white woman comes up, she's dealing with some shit too when it comes to a man, her man. I ain't saying no other man. I'm saying her man, specifically the white man. Understand what I'm saying? That's why I say you got to put yourself in everybody's shoes. Y'all think y'all got so much, you know what I'm saying, of a problem, this and that and the third. But the white bitch coming up, she is. I ain't gonna say about the white bitch. I'm so sorry for saying that, but I call all bitches bitches.
Go ahead.
But anyway, The white woman, she's dealing with a man, you know what I'm saying, that ain't tired doing that same shit, you know what I'm saying, ain't accepting that same shit that the black man accepts. Us as black men, we raised by black women. So we know what y'all looking for. Understand what I'm saying? We raised, you know what I'm saying, pretty much be submissive to y'all because we were raised by women. The majority of us are, because the fathers are not there. Hell, we ain't even enough our own kids sometimes. But let me bring this into perspective. The white woman deals with a man that ain't gonna put up with the same shit a black man gonna put up with because he don't have to. He been, you know what I'm saying, his land has been passed down to him. His company has been passed down to him. He gotta put up with that bullshit that this motherfucker white woman dealing with. Fuck you. And I'm gonna fuck on you. Understand me? That's what y'all don't have to deal with when it come to being a feminine. But that white woman gonna still be feminine, and she gonna be feminine to a black man too as well, because she gonna think about it. What's the percentage of the just like it's a story with this football player. You know what I'm talking about? He just got married to this chick. You know what I'm saying? Got drafted, got married to the chick, and proposed to her on the field. Black women lost their fucking mind. Why y'all ain't go get him when he was in college? Y'all supposed to be the most educated. He was in college right there with your ass. Why you submit to him then and get him? He's been proposing to you. But white women understand that their man is different from the black man. That's why they looking towards the black man. You see what I'm saying? Because they men don't give a fuck about them like that. Don't respect them like that. So they gonna look towards somebody that can be, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship with to where they're felt needed. Because a black man gonna make you feel needed. Especially when he's the number one, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be the number one father figure out of all the cultures.
All right.
Straight up.
I don't know
If
about
you really
all that.
think about it, look it
That
up.
don't sound like facts. That sound like
Well, look it
man,
up. Look it
you look
up.
it up. That's none of
Look
the
it up. I ain't got to
facts.
look it up. I'm telling you. You got to prove me wrong. Look it
I ain't got
up.
to prove shit. This ain't no
Yeah, if you think
courtroom.
I'm wrong, you got to look it up and prove me wrong. I just said it.
Uh,
That's fact. But you
mhm.
don't want to look it up because you know you're probably wrong. And I'm probably
Yeah,
right.
black
But
man
what
is
I'm saying, think about it though, really. I mean, just really,
qualified.
all bullshit aside. The white woman dealing with something else different that what y'all don't see. Y'all talking about economics. Yeah, the black man dealing with economics. We pull right there beside you because y'all our brothers and sisters. We coming up in the same shit. But y'all don't respect black men like white women can respect a black man, is what I'm saying. That's all I was saying about the Paul Pierce shit. And the aspect, well, the point of view from a man. That's all I was trying to get at. But you kept, like I said, you kept moving the goalposts to this, and this. I just wanted to say that. But you will never directly answer a question like a woman won't. A woman won't never directly answer a question because she afraid that she got to be accountable for something.
That is not
Y'all got
true.
to be accountable for something.
You
Other than
asked
they
me
just
a
be
question
wrong too.
and I elaborated on it. Okay.
Okay, I get it, Mama. I'm just saying, but
This
that's all I'm
ain't got
saying.
nothing to do
This
with
is not
running
an
from
argument. This is not an argument nor
accountability.
a debate. This is just two different points of views.
Yes.
And with that being said,
Yeah.
Jesus, all this goalpost moving.
There ain't no damn goal. That's your favorite damn. She didn't learn that shit.
Yeah,
Now
because
you like use
women
it all the
move it.
time.
Y'all, that's
Keep
all
moving
y'all.
the
I learned that in
goalposts.
football. I
Don't
learned that
move the
playing
goalpost.
football because that's
You're
where the
changing
goalpost moving
topics. You're
come
moving the
from.
goalpost. What does that mean? Moving the goalpost. What does that mean?
All right, if I'm going for first down, I'm first
No,
in
no, no. I don't
inches.
want no example. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Well, then see, that's what I'm saying. That's moving the goalpost right there. That's what it
That's
means.
not that's not
That's
moving
what
the
it means.
goalpost, nigga. That's trying to
But
understand
anyway,
what you
please
saying.
move on, Mama. I bet the audience understand what I'm saying. Fuck
No,
out of here.
what are you talking about?
You
First
know what I'm
down.
saying?
What is
When it
that?
comes to you being accountable, you don't want to hear that shit. So you move the
This ain't shit to
goalpost
do with
in order to
accountability,
make your
sir.
scenario
This is
seem right.
understanding. I said,
I'm
what
trying to
does it
make you
mean?
understand, but you don't want to hear it,
But no,
right?
you're trying to give me some sort of analogy that I don't even understand. So how can I
You just
understand
asked me
something?
what does me moving the goalpost mean.
And you said something about first down.
I said it's like we're first down in inches, or second down in inches, right? That's what I said. But you
What
didn't
does
let me
that
move.
mean?
You didn't let me move on. It don't matter.
Okay, move on. Let me
All
see if
right,
I
next. What's the
understand.
next topic?
No,
Boom.
ain't no more topics. We done. But I'm
Well,
just trying to
yeah,
figure
okay,
out,
that's cool. Cause we're
what
gonna keep going back and forth, and I ain't got time for that. But I
yeah,
think the audience understand exactly what I'm saying.
and they understand exactly what I'm saying. Anyway,
Indeed.
so yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. But thank you guys for tuning in. We will have more discussions like this. Comment below if you would like to say your piece about this piece. Love to hear
I
you.
would love to see some
Love to hear
comments on this shit.
your feedback. It's your
Oh yeah.
girl, Nia Boom. You know what I'm saying? You can catch me Wednesdays, Two Fly Radio, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Refah Green, where can they catch you at?
It don't matter where they could catch me at. They catch me right here, motherfucking straight in the woman's side. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to explain the man's side. And cause y'all don't want to hit his side.
You catch me
Side
moving the
side.
goalposts.
Yeah.
Catch
Catch
me
your
moving the
black
goalposts.
moving the
You
goalposts.
can follow me, Hey Miss Boom, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and we out. Catch y'all later.
Yeah, you.